Okay. So, if people want to know my relationship, like why did some relationships specifically, why did they, being as honest as possible, not fluky, why did some relationships tend to not work out around men? And it's not a genius thing, it's not anything like that, because there are people where they kind of direct how they interact with people. There are people who are like that, where the relationships fall apart because of you. It's always your fault. You're maybe ambitious, you're more career oriented, things like that, and that was men's thing. Most of the girls who come in contact with men find men complicated. Men's very complicated. Um, Men is always, even though he's quiet, everyone knows about men in class. Everybody. Okay? It happens in preschool, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, high school, even to college. You may be popular, but everybody on campus knows about men. It's always been that way. Even in men's family. Huang might be more popular. Everybody knows about men. It's always been that way for him. So he's used to being a star. So everywhere he goes, he's used to being that center of attention. And he directs. Right? We'll go into that, but men directs how everything goes. At a party, my friend Lamar had a party. It was his party. It was about him. And I was the photographer. That's it. That's my only job. Even at a party, men is the focal point. Not to be popular. He just directs how he wants the party to be. It's still about Lamar, but there's a certain feeling of family and friendship and keeping memories. Everyone is jumping in, taking photographs at the photo booth. Everyone. There's a certain feeling to every party men's at. Every party where men's at, everybody remembers it. Because men directs it a certain way. It's not because men is flamboyant and popular. It's not that. Because men is always helping out. Right? At a party, remember, these are kids. They're nervous. When men is around, no one is nervous. That nervousness goes away. That is why people like him. Not because of his flamboyantness. It's because he's always helping people out. So men would go at a party, he would hang out with Alex, make sure he's okay. And then he'll go to this group, this group, this group. And then next thing you know, everyone at the party knows about men. Because he makes sure everyone is no longer nervous. They're kids. It's scary at a party. It's very, very scary. Do not hear about parties and think it's the best thing in the world. Everyone is scared at a party. Everyone. I don't care what college party, USC party you look at. Everyone is nervous and scared at a party. Men make sure everyone is no longer nervous. That's why everyone loves men. Not because he's popular. Not because he wears this goofy hat or whatever. He takes care of everyone. So at Pacific, when men was there, they were like, make sure he knows we're watching him. Not to make him popular. Because when men post on his Facebook page, he's always helping someone out. So they were like, if he knows we're watching him, that post is about everyone on campus. And it helps everyone on campus. They are seeking help. They are not trying to touch him and it's about his popularity. No. When you're popular, they want to be like you. Or they want some help in some form. That's why Justin Bieber is popular, One Direction, all that. It's not because of your talent. It's because they need help. How to sing, how to dress, how to talk to people. You look like you know how. Teach us. It is not about your talents. They don't care about that. They just need help on bringing up their talents or their growing up. So that's what Min does at a party. Okay? Now, the relationships, the relationship part, like Min is complicated. That's why it never works out. Min is very complicated, and girls notice. They're like, "Are you dateable? Are you easy to ask out for prom, to get married? Are you easy, or are you career oriented?" It's that simple. It has nothing to do with genius. It's nothing weird like that. Or are you ambitious and career oriented? Min is weird. All right. So the question is, why didn't Min and Jessica? It looks like a good pair. Like, why didn't it work out? Jessica ended up moving, but Jessica was an A student, and she was more popular with the teacher. Min was the go-to. Remember, everyone always knows about Min. Everyone. His personality is just that way, where you have to know about him because he wants to help you out. Right? He sees a weakness in you and he wants to help you out. So in class, yes, Jessica is an A student, but everyone knows about Min. Everyone gravitates towards Min. It's always Min who gets the most attention. She gets the grades, right? Just grades. Min gets the attention. He's used to being the focal point. So with Jessica, Min would tease her, and she's a little shy about it. She's just just using her brain, kind of testing Min out. And Min has this back and forth thing that he does. He kind of tests, like, how comfortable are you in your own skin? And Jessica probably saw that as complicated. That's a complicated person. It's like, are you going to ask me or not to go to prom? Are you going to ask me to marry you or not? That's too complicated. That's a complex person. Because the weird thing is, teachers love Min. Students love Min. However, Min slacks off. It's weird for Jessica. Like, it doesn't make sense to her. It's like, how can teachers love you? How can your classmates love you and you slack off? It doesn't make sense to her. So Min's too complicated. So when she moved, she's like, I'm not gonna fight to stay. Like, you say to your parents, like, I want to stay or whatever, but or stay in contact. Like, okay, here's my number, stay in contact. Because Min's too complicated. It's weird. Teachers love Min. His classmates love Min. Min's very popular. However, he slacks off. Like, his grades are not the best. It's weird. It's very weird. So he doesn't take school seriously. He's just there. Like I said, if I was born in the multiverse, I would not go. I don't take Earth seriously at all. So I'm the same way. I'm the same way on Earth. I don't take this life seriously. I don't take school seriously. I don't take anything seriously. I'm the same way if I was born in the multiverse. I just don't take this seriously. Um, so that was Jessica. She just probably saw men's too complex. And then with Gina in college, I saw Gina, and then I was close with Danielle. Gina first. Gina was like, she didn't care about drama. She's like, it's just a boy, right? Like, it can't be that hard. That's Gina's mentality. Like, I'm smart. I can handle it. But the closer she got to men, the more she realized how complex he is. Like, she probably thought that men's very ambitious. He's not about relationships. So she backed out of it, right? She was getting closer, right? But the closer you get to men, he gets really complicated. He's very ambitious. And she probably sees that men is not into relationships. Like, he just doesn't care about it, which I don't. So she backed out of it. That was Gina. And Danielle from Stockton, Gina was from Sacramento, at UOP. But Danielle, she's from Stockton, so she's like, he's a Stockton boy, I'm a Stockton girl. Like, she was just down with it, whatever. She was a year older than me, so she was down with everything. Even though I you know, she would ask to come over, and I would, be like, no, I'm not sure about that, and it would go back and forth. The only difference with Danielle didn't care. She's like, Stockton boys, like, you get used to it. You get used to that kind of back and forth of being uncertain. The only difference with Danielle is I just lost contact with her. If I still have her number, we would still be best friends. Like, she was like a good friend. I was very open with Danielle because she wasn't scared of me. The closer she gets, and I would do weird stuff, she's like, eh. Because she was a year older than me anyway. So she's like, he's just a cute boy. Like, he does weird stuff. She wasn't scared of me. Other girls would. So Jessica got scared. Gina got scared. Danielle didn't get scared. We just lost contact. That's all. We just kind of grew apart. Because Danielle was like, she went to Delta, and then that's pretty much it. So I didn't want her to drag me down, because I was very ambitious at the time. I wanted to take over the world, man. I really did. Yeah, I slacked off for 18 years, so just daydreaming about a better world. What would that be? So when I got into college, I was like, go time, right? When I went into when I got into junior college, that's why my application looks very weird, because I was on the dean's list like that in 1 year. I went from slacking for 18 years to dean's list in 1 year, because I was ready to take over the entire world. I was ready to take over because I know I can help them. I've helped I experiment on my classmates. I've been helping my classmates my whole life, right? Like, teasing them and guiding them little by little and stuff. Show them how to talk to each other, things like that, like more gentle here and hey, more rough here, things like that. Like tripping girls. Like, don't be so afraid of girls, you can trip them. Things like that. Just teaching them how to play nice, though. Teaching them how to play nice. And in college, I did the same thing. At parties, I'm like, I direct the whole party. I want it a certain way. I want the feeling where there's no nervousness. We're just all here to help each other. You don't have to be nervous. So that was the feeling I want at parties. At party, I would go everywhere. I would go to every group and hang out with them. Make sure that, I was doing it for myself, but at the same time, I was helping them not be so nervous. Like, hey, you can talk to me. I see you staring at me the whole party. So I would approach them. Hey, you can talk to me. Don't do that. Oh, she's too pretty to talk to me. Oh, he's too pretty to talk to. Don't do that. So I see you staring at me the whole party. Boop, here I am. Right? Don't be nervous. Come talk to me. We're here to help each other. So that's how I was on campus, and that's how I still am now. Right? Don't be afraid to talk to me. Don't look at men. He's so pretty. He's so well spoken. He's so accomplished. All these things. I can't talk to him. No. If anything, be more. That's easier to approach him because he's so accomplished. He can help you out. That's my vision for the world. And that's the world I want to see, where people are not afraid to talk to each other. Like, hey, can you help me out here? Hey, can you help me out? Tutor me and, things like that. That's the world I want to see. So that's the world I'm making real, because it's not real yet. Right now, everyone's like a party. Everyone's nervous. Everyone's scared of each other. I want to make it where no one is scared of each other, where we're all comfortable asking for help. That's the world I want to see. That's the world I've been dreaming of for 18 years. Now 33 years, because I still want to see that realized. But for 18 years, that was the world I dreamed of. It wasn't superheroes with capes. It was superheroes with just having a good heart and not being afraid to help others and to talk to other people. People are so afraid to do that. And ask for help. They're so afraid to do that. So it's not heroes with capes, heroes and heroines with capes. It's heroes and heroines with a strong, good heart and bravery, being brave to talk to each other and ask each other for help. And to reduce the nervousness. They're all kids out here. They're so nervous. They're so nervous of each other. We want to reduce that. That stress level is so high. You want to reduce that so that you're more yourself. So that's my relationships. I'm guessing it didn't work out because of my ambitions. My grades didn't work out because of my ambitions. I'm always like daydreaming. Like, what can I do better? What would a better world look like? So I wasn't really focused on my grades because grades are easy. I'm not really worried about that. I'm not really worried about following my friends either. They got in freshman year. I got in college my sophomore year. I don't care. I'm not trying to be you. I'm trying to live my life the way I want it to live or want it to be. I'm not trying to be exactly like my friends. So I don't care about, I missed a year and then I got in my sophomore year. I don't care about that. I'm not trying to be like everyone else. I want to be different. I want to be like, that kid skipped a year, came in sophomore year. How can he handle it? Because college is hard. We all make friends freshman year. You jump in sophomore year, you're the odd one out. Let's see how you handle that. Right? It's a unique experience. It's not like, it has to be all the same, where you have to go 4-year high school, boom, college. I don't like that. Don't follow your friends just because they're doing it. So I never follow anyone. Everyone has good grades. Everyone is liked by the teachers. Everyone is shy. Everyone's shy. I'm not. Never was. So when society does one thing, I just do the opposite. And what I learned from that is society is wrong. Every time I do the opposite, I'm always right. So that's what I learned. Not that doing the opposite is right. It's just a lot of society right now is very wrong. Just a lot of it. And if you do the opposite of it, you tend to be right. So everyone has good grades? Not me. Right? Everyone's very shy? Not me. Very outgoing. Everyone goes to college their freshman year? Not me. I go in my sophomore year. I do everything different because I'm different. That's how I see myself. I see myself as different, so I live a different life. I don't go, oh, man, you're supposed to go in your freshman year. I don't care. I'll go in my junior year. I don't care what you want from me. Understand? I do not care what you want from me. I'm going to do everything my way because I see myself as unique. And I want the unique life that I want to remember. I don't want to remember that my parents told me to go to college. I don't want to remember, oh, my professors told me to major a certain major. I don't want to remember that. I want to remember that I changed major because I wanted to. I want to remember that I didn't go my freshman year because I didn't want to. That's what I want to remember. I want to remember how I did it. Not how you want it to be, but how I did it. That's what I want to remember. So every time I do something new, I'm like, how can I make it work for everyone? Because that's really cool. Where I live my life for me. I don't live my life for other people. So a lot of people think, oh, it's probably because your brothers didn't motivate you to go to school and things like that. No. I can think for myself. No, it wasn't my brother. It wasn't society. It wasn't any of that. No one influenced me. I just chose not to. I chose not to care. That's it. It's no one's fault but my own. So I don't like it when people look at my transcript and go, I blame society. It's not their fault. It is not their fault. My whole life, everyone in education encouraged me to be a leader. It's not their fault. It's not their fault I didn't listen. In my entire life, my parents told me education, education, education. It's not my fault. It's not their fault I didn't listen. I had every advantage right in the palm of my hand. Every advantage. And I still didn't care. That's my fault. And I don't see it as wrong. I took 18 years to not give an F. I learned to not give an F. It took 18 years to learn that. To not give a damn what anyone thinks. And just do whatever I want to do. I'll take education seriously when I want to. Not when you want me to. So I don't care what my professors want from me. I don't care what society wants from me. I'll do it when I'm ready to. That's how I want to remember my life. I did it my way when I wanted to. It was never on your time. It was on my time. So yeah, that's basically it. I do whatever I want. I took 18 years to train myself to not listen to orders. 18 years. To get that programming out of my head. Always listening to parents. Always listening to your siblings. Always listening to this and that. Always listening to, oh, this Gucci belt and this. I took 18 years to get that programming out of my head. And then when I was ready, Dean's List like that. So I'm listening, but I'll do it on my time. That's how I live my life.